Hi everybody. So I wanted to go ahead and upload a video real quick. It is the night of a dark moon or new moon, depending on how you look at it. And I thought that it was an appropriate time to kind of talk about some life updates and also to give an update on kind of where the channel is heading. For those of you who have subscribed over the last couple of months, I highly appreciate it, and I want to let you know that I will continue to make witchy content. It might not be as often as it was in those first few weeks, or I guess really the first 10 weeks, so like the first couple of months that I was uploading very consistently. But so, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I recently started a new job. Within a few weeks of me starting that job, I was given a bunch more responsibilities, like right off the bat. And now I have been accepted into a graduate program for English. And this channel did start out as focused on books and booktube and book reviews and things like that. So I'll probably start to transition a little bit more that way, since that will be where my focus is heading. I also want to do some plan with me's and looking at planners. And also, if you came here for the Witch's Moon unboxings, I actually canceled my subscription shortly after I did that unboxing because, as I said in that video, it was pretty clear that like maybe the items weren't really worth what I was paying for, in my opinion. You know, it's kind of those types of subscription boxes, it's always very up to the individual that gets them. And just for me, I feel like I'm at a good place right now where I like don't want any more stuff. I have a really great witchy shop near me that I like supporting and that I like going to and shopping at, and so I would rather just save money and support that store. Not that I don't want to support the Witch's Moon, they didn't do anything wrong. It's just more so that when I need something, I'll go get it. And also because I am starting a graduate school program, plus one other major life event that's coming up. I'm not pregnant. That's what everyone always jumps to. I'm not pregnant. But not really ready to talk about that one yet. But we've got lots of things happening, lots of things that we need to like save money for. So I'm kind of trying to be a little bit more responsible there. But I will have, I plan on doing an unboxing and some plan with me's for a new planner that I'm getting because pretty much, yeah, since I'm going to be working full-time and doing grad school full-time, I will be utilizing one of the Erin Condren hourly planners, one of the new ones that just came out. And it was like, I knew that I needed something more structured to set up my day. But one of the other things, the way that the witchcraft kind of like comes back into this, that I was going back and forth about, and feel free to like let me know what you think in the comments. But sometimes not sometimes, a lot of the time I like to kind of compartmentalize my work, my school, my personal life. But what ends up happening realistically is that my personal life just like goes down so low in priority that I completely neglect it. Like I will just work, and sleep, maybe eat. I have actually, since I started this job, I have like skipped quite a few meals, and like that doesn't lead to weight loss. I just binge later. So like that's the weight loss thing is a whole other issue. But yeah, I just end up binging later. So it's not like I am literally not benefiting from that in any way that you could possibly look at it. But so it's one of those things where at first I wanted to have my spiritual life plan kind of separately from everything else, because I do like scheduling those things in, but it almost feels as though it doesn't belong in a mundane planner. But at the same time, it's like I've done videos about making the mundane more magical and having my life. Well, I guess I didn't make a video about this, but like the idea of like my life just in general, more exuding the idea and the beliefs that I have as a pagan and as a witch. And so it's, yeah, and I was talking to my friend Azure, and she mentioned that she likes putting the things together, and it made sense. It's like, okay, well, if I'm going to have it as a priority, then I need it in my main planner. So I will be having that in the plan with me as well. And also, I still plan on trying to do more witchy stuff with my channel and talking about like some of my unique ways that I build witchcraft into my life. So, like, this right here for me is like a new moon ritual because I'm posting it like basically as soon as I get done. I'm just gonna upload it to YouTube real quick because I'm just recording on my phone, hence why the audio is probably terrible, and I am so sorry about that. But my husband is asleep and he has to have the air vent going. It's a whole thing. I should have done this earlier is the moral. But so basically, like, this for me is a new moon ritual because I'm setting my intentions. I am starting something new. I am like speaking it into existence. I've been doing that a lot actually the past couple of days. I've been doing a lot of like, it's not really, is it manifesting? If it hasn't happened yet, would I consider it manifesting? It's like it's law of attraction, but it's not real. I don't know. Like part of me wants to say that I don't believe in that because it's like you can't really prove it. But the other part of me is like, shit, I've manifested a lot of stuff. But my husband would, and this is something that's really interesting too. My husband would say that like that's just me selling myself short. Like I could have gotten accepted into this prestigious graduate program without any of that. Like he would have said I didn't need to do that, which I did. I did like the day that I submitted my application, I did like a full manifesting spell like for that, and it was really really great. It was probably one of my most favorite spells that I've done. I felt so good afterwards. And yeah, like my husband would have been like, you deserve to get in that anyway, so it wouldn't have been the magic. So is it like, am I selling myself short? Or does the manifesting work? Or is it somehow both? Again, these are like little things that I'm still, like my skeptical brain is still trying to work with, and just it's just good to kind of question these things every now and then anyway, to keep us tethered down to earth and not too, not getting too whoop-de-doop-de. But yeah, so that's happening. It'll be interesting to see how everything like comes into play. And I mean, just like the moon goes through cycles, we go through cycles in our life. I feel as though I am constantly shifting into a new phase of life, especially like being in the army and you're moving at least like every 3 years, at least. And constantly doing new things there. And then I got out, and then I got to college. Now I'm out of college and I'm working. Now I'm going back to school. Like, and I'm also, along with this, it's not going to be anything immediate. Like this is a lot of years down the line, but like transitioning into yet another career based on my degree. So it's a lot of recognizing the phases of life, the cycles of life, and just being okay with that. Like before, I might have beat myself up a little bit and like tried so hard to stick with the YouTube format that I had at the very beginning whenever I first started, or this new one that I had started a couple months ago back in was it January? I think January I actually started this. Either January or February, I started the new Witchy Wednesdays series. But I mean, that's why series come to an end, because things don't last forever and we always have cycles and things are going to change and grow, and we just gotta learn to flow with that. So Yeah, I guess. Oh, I did want to talk about one other thing. So for Beltane, Beltane, whatever you want to call it, I've heard it pronounced quite a few, many different ways. I think one was like Beltina or something like that, which I thought was really pretty, but Beltane just sounds the best to me. So Beltane is pretty much the Sabbath festival, where it falls. I don't know a ton about it. I know that it has to do a lot with fertility. I'll get to that in a second. But it falls directly between the vernal spring equinox and the summer solstice. So it's another one of those like nice in between. It's basically like the opposite of Samhain or Samhain, Halloween. Um, which they're not the same thing. I'm not saying that Samhain and Halloween are the same thing. Don't come at me. I've already been called out in the comments for not being a real witch once this week, but whatever. Um, they deleted their comment. Anyway, that's a whole thing. And I distracted myself. Okay, so again, because it's springtime, it makes a lot of sense that this is like a huge fertility festival. Like, huge. We do not need any more abundance. Like, our cup overfloweth. I did say that we are trying to save money for a lot of things that are coming up in the future, and part of me does want to make a pretty large donation, but the other part of me is like, hold on, like, you need to save. But so what I've decided to do for Beltane, instead of like focusing on getting more abundance, because we don't need it. Like, we're very fine where we're at. And we have been, oh my gosh, I have been so blessed. So pretty much what I've been doing for the month of May is I have been on a no spend, which is one of the reasons why I canceled my subscription to the Witch's Moon. I would have kept it going just because it is a regular subscription, but then I thought about it, I was like, you know what, I don't really need this stuff. So the no buy is basically an act of gratitude and an act of thankfulness. It's allowing me to take time with the things that I have at home, focusing on what I already have and being thankful for those things. It's an act of self-discipline. So it's almost kind of like a Lent, if you know what, if you like know Christianity. Like, it's almost like Lent. I will admit that I got some inspiration from that. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. And yeah, it's just more so of a way of like testing of will and putting my energy towards savings. And today is, again, it's the new moon. So it's Tuesday, May 11th. And I want to buy everything. Like, when I tell you, I have been having such a hard time not spending money. It's been difficult. Now, not spending money doesn't include things like food and household necessities like cleaning items, kitty litter, stuff like that. It doesn't include that. But man, I've been wanting to get so many things. And yeah, it's been really, really tough. The only thing that I did allow myself to buy was that planner, because I had already been planning on getting it. Planning on the planner. Anyway. Oh yeah, I have been planning for the planner. I'm going a little bit stir crazy with everything going on and just like being in this preparation mode. But anyway, I had already been planning on getting it, and it came out on May 3rd, and I was like, you know what? This was something that you were already planning on getting. It's not included, and it'll be fine. So like, I gave myself some leniency on that one thing, but I knew that that one thing would be the only thing. Yeah, this has sucked. It's been really, really hard, but it's been cool to, so to tie it back to Beltane, I have a hard time like doing holidays. Like, I've never been a huge fan of holidays. They don't mean a whole lot to me, but being able to like do something on my own terms, and this is something on my own. My husband's not doing it. He can do whatever he wants. But being able to kind of celebrate in my own way and not doing exactly as how everyone else does, it just makes the practice feel a bit more like it's my own, you know? And yeah, so I'm just finding more and more ways to really find my own magic and see myself as my own sort of divine presence. And that's been really cool. It's been a bit of it's been a long road. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with copying what other people do. Some of my favorite spells have been like from what I've seen other practitioners do here on YouTube or in books. But it's always good to like build off of that, and eventually you will find your own rhythm. So, alrighty, I've been blabbering enough, so I'm going to stop recording, and it's actually pretty late. So I will just upload this in the morning, and it'll be a normal Witchy Wednesdays video, I guess. And yeah, I hope you all have a very magical day.